But now it's the time. It's time for the heavyweights. And it's time to see Jordan Mitchell coming back into the ring against Tony Lopez. You might wonder why I mention a grudge. Back in the day when he was coming up, still as an amateur, well, he told his friend that he looked at a possibility to fight Tony Lopez as a pro. Like any amateur, you're dreaming big, and Jordan Mitchell was not the exception. Well, Tony Lopez heard about it, and he said, I don't know this guy. Jordan took an exception to that, and he's held a grudge since then. Will that work against him or for him?
Well, I think it could work for him, but the bottom line is Tony Lopez has seen everything in the ring. There is nothing that's going to surprise him because he's been around so long. And he doesn't even worry about a game plan when he gets in there because he says every fight is different. His game plan is going to have to hold this young man off. He's got the height and the reach advantage, but as we've seen, that doesn't necessarily be the top thing in the trigon. You know, if Jordan Mitchell can get inside, work his combinations, he may be able to score a big upset. My question is his mental state right now. He said that this week was a very emotional week for him because of the shootings in Texas. He's got kids. He said it really affected him. So we want to see if he's able to put that out of his mind and take care of business against a great fighter like Tony Lopez.
Yes, and Tony Lopez is looking to add 100 fights, 35 wins, straight win streak. So that's an amazing feat, even though he's an older guy, like us, Goldie, like you and I. Love you, Goldie.
This time, I love you more, no take-backs. At least this time she said you and I. And I haven't said anything to Benny, who might have me by a year or two. Our tail of the tape for our first of two championship fights. This one in the heavyweight division.
Don't be fooled by that age. Tony Lopez is definitely 48 years old, but man, this guy's a veteran of all sorts of combat. Very calm in there, knows how to pick his shots tremendously well. Very skilled fighter. We'll see a Jordan Mitchell who's got such heavy hands that he keeps getting knockouts in about 30, 40 seconds each time we see him. Lopez much taller, but he's only got a one inch height advantage. Reach advantage, though the 5-inch height advantage could come into play, and he may need it to come into play because Mitchell, with those heavy hands, is going to be looking to close that gap. 260 pounds from Mitchell. He's got a little bit extra weight around the side, but he can use to close the gap and puts that weight on those shots. Everything will be all right. We'll see.
And you know, one of the things for Lopez, he's had a 3-month layoff, which for him is like a decade.
Yeah.
Because usually he fights every other day.
Yeah, he was bored. I mean, he took his last fight with us on a week's notice.
Yeah.
And won, by the way.
In fact, it's such spectacular for him that he didn't get the next fight because the other guys pulled out when they saw that.
That's right. Let's get it into Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, BYB always has special guests in the building, and tonight we would like to welcome female rap superstar 3D Nati. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our co-main event of the evening. It is for the BYB Heavyweight Championship, scheduled for 7 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome the Trigon, Tony Lopez.
To add to what Benny was talking about, Tony Lopez fought Josh Burns on a week's notice back in March. He was set to go to Thailand a week later and fight two dudes. So it was two men in Thailand against one guy who is known as Kryptonite. They watched his fight with Burns, and both dudes pulled out, and he didn't go to Thailand.
Well, that's how impressive that win was. He switched to a southpaw in that fight, which shocked all of us, but he knew exactly what he was doing. He was able to close that pace against Josh Burns. Burns broke his hand there in that first round, so he wasn't able to go ahead and throw the right in he wanted to. But again, here's the guy that what he says is, I feed off my opponent's weakness, and that's what he's going to capitalize on.
Black belt in karate, also, as he says, a black belt in Kryptonic Jiu-Jitsu. Tonight is his 114th combat competition. Tony Lopez.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome to the Trigon, Jordan Mitchell.
Okay, so let me take you all the way back to the top of the show. Paulie, when I said Benny Ricardo has more one-liners than Seth Curry has three-pointers made. Let me tie it all in as a good comedian like you would do.
There you go.
Jordan Mitchell's a huge Golden State Warriors fan. See what I did there?
Yeah, you
See,
he
Claudia,
noticed
I'm not
that shirt. He
old.
had
We
that
played the
shirt
long
on.
game.
Yes, I
You tied
played
it
the
to-
long game.
Tied it together late.
For some reason, my son is as well. And
He's a
Jets
Warrior fan?
Yeah, and a Jets fan. He's a little confused.
Oh,
other than
he's
hockey.
bi-coastal.
There he is, yeah. Well, he said because of our love for the San Jose Sharks, that works. Iron Man is a Buckeye, but he is a Golden State Warrior fan, and he would like to do what the Warriors just did and finish another opponent. He's 2-0, both fights inside the Trigon in a total time of 1 minute and 18 seconds.
And for Mitchell, he took great offense to Tony Lopez calling him a wannabe fighter.
Yes.
You know, we don't even know if Jordan Mitchell can fight because he's knocked everybody out.
Exactly.
And we didn't even, one was a glancing blow that he dropped the guy with. That's how heavy-handed he is.
Coming in at about the same weight as his last two fights, 260 this time, 261, 263 before. He has some athleticism, but he faces one of the best, and one who has been around a long time to set up our heavyweight title fight. Back to Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this is your co-main event of the evening, and it is for the BYB Heavyweight Championship. Scheduled for 7 3-minute rounds, and is presented by Life Sciences, Natural Solutions. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 237 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle boxing record of 1 win, 3 losses, 1 draw, and has over 100 professional combat sports fights. And he fights out of Krypton, California. Introducing Tony Kryptonite Lopez. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 260 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 2 wins, 0 losses, and he fights out of Marion, Indiana. Introducing Jordan Iron Man Mitchell. Our referee in charge, Bobby Wambacher.
All right, gentlemen, this is the co-main event. It's for the BYB Heavyweight Championship. We've been through the rules in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up if you want.
No, but they don't want. There was some nonverbal communication, and which is interesting because the new Top Gun movie's out.
And you know, the one even stat in this particular fight is both have 6 kids.
Yes, that's very true. Lot to fight for. Tony Lopez, Jordan Mitchell. Here we go. Scheduled for 7 rounds. And Mitchell flipped around just like that. Look at Tony. He's just chill, man. He's just chill.
I mean, it's when you've had 114 fights of
Right?
combat. I mean,
That's
it's like you're in your
unofficial.
living room, unofficial. Imagine what the official one is.
Right?
More like about
Oh, big hook there by Mitchell. They usually go down when Mitchell lands that hook.
Nice counter.
Oh, there's a big right hand by Mitchell. Now Mitchell's making it rough.
Mitchell throwing with ill intent.
Lopez calm, though. Again, calm in the storm because of all that experience. And Mitchell's got to be careful not to punch himself out.
And you know, that's one of the things that in the fight game, you've got to be calm. You've got to have that total peace. And so you're able to control your emotions.
I'll tell you how nice sharp right hand there by Lopez. I'll tell you how calm Lopez is. He was hanging out by the pool all week.
Yeah.
Flipping his son.
With his family, flipping his son into the water and all that. I mean, every time I passed that pool, he was hanging out by the pool.
Even today he was out there.
Yeah.
And you're talking about Tony Lopez, who's gone the distance twice with Joey Beltran and gone the distance with Alan the Talent Belcher from here.
And you know, I did his very first fight against Joey Beltran, and that was where he wasn't used to the 2-minute rounds. Those were 2-minute rounds, and he said I started too slow. I lost the first 3 rounds.
Body shots there by
Big
Lopez.
body shots.
His pants about to fall down here.
Yeah, he's
Kryptonite.
That's too
that
tempting there.
Hey, we
There's a
know
plumber
that
in the house.
He looks like a handyman.
They'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen.
Lopez going more to the body.
Now a little dirty boxing by Jordan Mitchell. Kryptonite stops Superman. Does Kryptonite stop Iron Man? That's the big question.
The good thing about not having gloves on, at least you can pick up your own pants. Little Mitchell now.
That is tough with a glove,
Full of blood. And that's the thing, the sharp punching of Lopez with the straight shots. And again, he's going to have all the technique and all the little tricks because of that experience. And all the Mitchell's already tired. And that's what I was talking about that spare weight. When I was talking about what they weighed coming into tonight. We've seen Mitchell get some good stoppages, quick stoppages. But you know what? Now you've got to go rounds against a solid vet like Tony Lopez. And you have to expect that you're not going to get this guy out of there that fast. He's durable and he's got experience. So did you come conditioned? Because his body language already looks the worse for wear here.
And he's ready to spit that mouthpiece out. And you can see he's got that mouth wide open.
Yeah, he's looking to land
Looking to land that one shot.
Yeah, he's looking to land a one-hitter quitter. But again, Lopez not going to let him. And you look at his shoulder and his face. Lopez knows how to do all the little dirty stuff.
Mitchell has a combined 31 MMA battles, 19 as an amateur, 9 as a pro. 28 of those 31 fights, he won by knockout. He's won both bare knuckle by knockout. We are headed to round 2 in our heavyweight title fight.
I tell you, Lopez found some good room for those little short uppercuts on the inside there.
And, you know, it's a very compact swing that he's got. Doesn't really risk himself, and I love his attitude. He said, to me, it's just another body on a long list of guys that'll be, you know, they'll be shedding their own blood.
They'll be covered in their own blood, right, Benny?
That's it.
Seconds into the fight, we had a knockdown right away. That was a good right hand, right over the top. Just as Mitchell was trying to come with an uppercut, you see him load the uppercut, but the problem is you got to have the other hand up. And the body shots on the inside. Mitchell trying to catch his breath there, trying to get some rest. Lopez forcing him to work and digging some good body shots in there.
Digging to the solar plex. Round 2. Heavyweight title fight scheduled for 7 3-minute rounds. Lopez. He is the taller of the two. Mitchell is in the black and yellow trunks. Black and white for Tony Lopez, blue wrap. Iron Man with the red wrap. Lopez so relaxed in there.
And you know, he's thinking the whole time here, Mike. I mean, he's looking
well,
at
you
that.
called him the Einstein.
Yeah.
He just looks like the sensei grandfather, man. like the Mr. Miyagi who just beats you up no matter how old he is.
I mean, top of the show, you did. He's the thinking man of combat sports. He's the Einstein, you said, Benny.
That's it. And he's doing that. I mean, right now, that body's there. He's going to hit it.
He might take out Mitchell tonight and then go head to the pool, back to the hotel.
Absolutely. I mean, his plan last time was to go to Thailand and beat up 2 more dudes, but they didn't want any of it.
And, you know, let's give some credit to his wife. His wife is his trainer, his manager, his dietitian, and in between them, they had 6 kids.
Crazy.
Well, that's called living the life.
That is called living the life.
Mitchell's starting to complain there, trying to turn his back. Again, his body language not there. Let's see.
Well, you know, Mitchell did what he had to do. In that first round, he tried to come out and, you know, land everything. But now it's just, you know, the war of attrition. He's losing it.
Lopez treating him like the old Nintendo game when you fought King Hippo. You had to hit him.
Body
you had to hit him when his pants were falling. You saw Mitchell trying to pick up his pants, and Lopez cracked him.
Corner of Lopez saying, this is your belt, Tony. It would be another one to put in a very, very big and loaded trophy case.
And, you know, I respect anybody that's willing to get in that trigon. And Jordan Mitchell right now, he's an outclassed fighter, but I tell you what, you got to respect his will.
Yeah, he's getting beat up down here. Let's see if he's
swing and a miss.
The only reason he's
Pressure
not getting taken out is
Lopez.
because Lopez is kind of smothering his own work.
Oh, that body's starting to go. He's starting to whittle away.
Oh,
look at that.
Sore tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Jordan Mitchell showing why he is nicknamed Iron Man, but Kryptonite looks like it may be the bigger of the 2 weapons.
Now he's mooning us. Right above us.
Things. Now that's burnt into my retinas. that I don't even know what they are right now, Paulie, with the surgeries I've had. I see distance and then more distance. And, yeah.
You can swipe a credit card there right now.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Mitchell not even reacting anymore. He's just kind of there in the fight, trying to tough it out. Give him credit for being tough, but he's not actively looking to create any attack. He's just strictly surviving here. Body language is zero aggression.
And he can't get out of there. When you got those long arms that Tony has, he won't let you out of there.
I tell you, he can't even get his pants up, man. He just gave a half-hearted effort to get his pants up, and he didn't even do that right.
Big round. But Jordan Mitchell shows us his iron at the end, and he's still trying to taunt an untauntable opponent. And Tony Lopez, he has over 20 titles in light heavyweight, and super heavyweight sports, combat sports throughout the world. This would be his first bare knuckle strap as we listen to the corner of Mitchell.
Listen to this, Lopez, man. You waiting, you standing up against the ropes too much, okay? You gotta let your hands go, brother. Okay, look at me. Look at me. You gotta let your hands go. You gotta let your hands go early in the round, bro. Hey, you can't do shit about that, okay? Get up, bro. It's slow. You can't do shit about that. Now, you gotta dig deep. Pump the stuff out, bro. 1, 2 is there, Jordan. The 1, 2 is there. 1, 2, hook to the body. 1, 2, hook to the body. Jordan, get up!
That other Magic Man, like you've said a couple of times tonight, Paulie, some guys you can make quit, some you got to knock out. Jordan Mitchell's trying to prove himself to be the latter.
Yeah. There's been moments where he's almost looking like he's kind of wilting, but then he hangs tough in the fight.
Yep. And smacks his opponent, who he doesn't like very much, on the back of the head at the end of the round. Round 3, Lopez fully in control. Mitchell hoping he has enough gas to maybe land one big game-changing shot.
Well, what you're going to see Mitchell here is lunge. He's looking at the opportunity to lunge and hope that he gets it.
Yeah, and Mitchell's corner told him, you got to let your hands go, but I don't know how he can let his hands go. He's not exactly, there it is. He's trying to just make it happen in one shot. And again, that's the thing. I mean, that may work against an inexperienced guy, but it just doesn't. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna work against a guy like Lopez. Now you shot you load of whatever energy you had left, and he's quitting.
Tony Lopez is about to be the champion. It is all over. Tony Lopez is the BYB Extreme Heavyweight Champion of the world.
That's his trophy collection. Lopez has been fighting for so long. I can't even imagine how big a trophy collection and belt collection he's got to have.
Tap the house.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of accessories, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Purses, belts.
He just added another one.
And this is a special one. You know, the police could say it's a beautiful design with diamonds, and Scott Burt really goes all out when he designs these belts.
You got that right. Our fearless leaders, Donna 5000, Mike Vasquez, that man right there, headed to the Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame, as is our great matchmaker, who I call Father Mel Valenzuela. Up in Belfast, New York. The induction on Saturday, July 2nd. I plan on being there.
Looks at the end. You know, Goldie talked about some guys you can make quit and some guys you got to knock out. Well, I think eventually Mitchell did end up quitting, because here's not one big shot lands. He just kind of folds over, and his body language is almost there even before at certain points in the fight. But here he finally just wilted, and it was over. And I got to be honest, I got to say, Mitchell, for all these years of bad blood that he says he had with Lopez, if he disliked Lopez that much, he would have at least shown up in shape, because he was not in shape. And then if anything's going to make you motivated, it's emotion.
But he tried to throw a gesture there, sportsman. He tried to shake Tony Lopez's hand, and Tony waved it off.
But that's after he gave Tony the finger and all that other stuff before.
And not only that, but Tony's family's here, so he did not want to be disrespected in front of his family.
Yeah. But again, if you dislike them that much, I can understand sometimes people dislike each other, but that dislike should motivate you to train and be in shape. I mean, Mitchell was not in shape. He was tired right away, and his body language told you right from the start.
All right, we have our first BYB heavyweight champion to make it official, Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bobby Wambacher has called a stop to this contest at 48 seconds of the third round, declaring your winner by TKO and the new BYB heavyweight champion, Tony Kryptonite Ladies and gentlemen,
You want more?
Tony,
I got a lot of
Tony, look at me, Tony. I'm right here.
I was having a WWE movement, that's all.
Tony, at this point in your career, you've been asked every question imaginable, except for one. How does it feel to be BYB heavyweight champion?
Well, that's a simple answer right there. It feels normal. You know, this was the minute they told me, "Hey, you got a shot at the title." I said, "Oh, you want to give me a belt? Thank you. I appreciate that. I will take it." And I did.
Yes, you did. Now, Tony, I don't know. There's a whole lot of fighters that have 3 digits in their record, but you do. And now, in over your 100th fight, you were a champion. So, are you going to get back in here quick and defend this belt?
Oh, you know what? As quick as they can find another, actually, an opponent. I don't want to be. They find me an opponent, I'm here, you know?
Now, Tony, you traveled here with your family. You have a huge following around the world. Anything that the champion has to say to his fans?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, first, before I say anything to my fans, I want to thank my kids that are sitting right there. Carolina Lopez, Alexander Augustine Lopez, because you know what? This is for them right there. You know, they give me all the support, and plus, they gave me my training for this fight. My motivational speaking, everything I need to get ready for this fight, that's what they provided. And okay, and the fans, I love you guys, because no matter what, you know, you cheer or you boo, in the end, you know, I put on a show for you guys, you know. If you guys like what you see out here, that's why I keep coming back.
Well, Lopez family, your daddy's a champion. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the new BYB heavyweight champion, Tony Kryptonite Lopez.
Tony Lopez. Do you want a title fight? Oh, you want to give me a belt? Simple as that. Back in 2005, when he started at Colin Oyama's gym, he was told, if you want people to remember you, you need a catchy, unforgettable nickname. Everyone claims to be Superman, so he said, I'll be Kryptonite. Kryptonite took out Iron Man tonight, and he will leave with the belt. Congratulations, 48-year-old Tony Lopez. Claudia, Bob.